everybody. So it's been a minute since I've done a video, so I just thought I would give a quick update on our seedlings. It might not be that quick. We'll see. We'll just have to see how it goes. This is our first set that we started. If you follow me on Instagram, you've kind of seen a little bit about both sets because I'll periodically put short stories out there. But I'm just going to kind of go through, you know, what everything is, what's up, what's not, specifically in this flat here, when they were planted, and stuff like that. That noise upstairs are my boys with a baseball, I'm assuming. So obviously, you know, if you're a gardener or not, you can kind of tell that's a tomato leaf. So these first four are beefsteak tomatoes, and they're doing good. Kind of tall, kind of curvy. Back behind there, we've got just bell pepper. There's 3 bullnose and then 3 small bell pepper mix. They call them minis. I'm very excited to see those. They'll be cute. We have 2 little boys, like I just said, slamming baseballs upstairs. So having the mini pepper is just kind of exciting because hopefully it'll get them into veggies a little bit. So the 4 here and the 2 here are, like I've said previously, orange spice jalapeno. They're doing well. They were kind of slow, you know, slow to come up, but they are doing good. This one had a little issue at the beginning with the seed, getting, you know, the seed, I don't know what you call it, capsule, or, you know, the seed shell probably got caught on it and I didn't notice. So that's kind of why the leaf there on the left looks a little raggedy. The whole thing does, but it's still growing true leaves there in between, so it's coming back. I have an oscillating fan. There's actually not a dinosaur down here. The fan, the purpose of it, if you kind of watch, it puts the seedlings through just a little bit of resistance training as it goes by. It kind of makes them wiggle. It kind of trains them to be strong so they're not, you know, in here in this perfect environment that I've created for them, and I've you know, pampered them, and then you throw them outside where nature's not perfect, and then they kind of have massive transplants shock. So right now I've got the fan on them, and it kind of just teaches them to deal with the condition, you know, the wind, the chill. And it's supposed to make them a little stronger, which I think it has. So as we move back, the 6 here are Dragon's Toe peppers from Johnny's. If you want to see what those are supposed to look like, if you go back into my first video where I show what we're going to grow this year, you can actually see the seed packet. And I think in the second video when I sowed the first seeds here for set 1, I showed what they'd look like in the catalog. So that is where you can see those, and all of them came up. I'm so excited for those. And for anybody that knows me personally and is local, when I first planted all of these seeds, I kind of had the assumption that I would need to plant more than I actually wanted to grow, because I did not think that everything would germinate, which is why I planted 6 cells of Dragon's Toe. I do not need 6 Dragon Toe pepper plants, so if anybody out there is having a garden or interested in gardening and you're local, once I do get these up to size and they're ready to go outside, if you're interested, get a hold of me, because I might have some extra plants that, even if you just, you know, you're an urban gardener and you have an apartment, I mean, a lot of these things can be in a planter on your porch, or, you know, anywhere. So definitely get a hold of me for that, because these things, although super cool, you know, I don't have an abundance of space. So here's the orange spice jalapeno. These 4 are the Corday blue cabbage. I was worried about those ones initially also, and they're looking great. And then our broccoli are psycho back there. They've always been crazy, and they're doing wonderful. So set 1 is looking good. I had empty cells here, and just from, because I water from the bottom of the tray and it soaks up, and just from picking them up to move them to water, they kind of started to fall apart. So I just took them out. Yeah, so set 1 is doing very good. Anybody wondering about the lighting, it's just a shop light. It's like a 4-foot shop light with 2 T8 fluorescent bulbs. I think the whole thing inclusively was like less than 20 bucks. So that's what they're under. Inch-wise, what they are away from the seedlings, I don't know. Maybe a foot? No, it's not a foot. That'd be a little foot. I don't know. More than 6, obviously, more than 6 inches. I don't know, maybe 7 inches, 8 inches. As they get bigger, obviously, the distance from the light can move up a little bit, but they're there, and they get 16 hours of light a day and 8 off. So, and I think I water them. I was watering them daily until I moved the unnecessary cells from the middle, which actually sucked up a lot of the water. So it was kind of a waste of resources. I just thought it was kind of keeping them warm and supported. But I took them out, so now I kind of water them every other, which you can just visibly tell when they need it. Like these here, you can see the soil is getting a little dry because it's lighter. You know, obviously dark soil means it has more moisture. So I kind of go by that. You know, when I can't really see any of the dark soil anymore, that's when I figure they need a water. So, you know, like this one here, you can't see as much as you can here. So, but like I said, I just pour the water in the bottom and it sucks up, and so the roots get it more so, because the leaves don't necessarily need the water. It's the roots that need them to push up through. So, so let's see here. This is our, sorry about that. My oldest came down. He wanted to hang out, started talking. Anyway, this is the second set. Unlike that one, I don't know. I don't want to say I took more time with set one, but it's a lot more fancy. I kind of got more confident here, so this whole thing's full. This was the very first set of seedlings we've ever done. So that's kind of very important to me, and I needed to, kind of a perfectionist, and I'm trying to let that go, because I know with gardening, you know, it's nature, and nature is not perfect. I mean, you know, depending on who you ask, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfectly designed, but everything doesn't go the way, you know, that you would expect it to all the time. So I kind of let go of my perfectionist style, and now we've got this, which is working almost even better. So, so what we've got a lot of stuff in here. This flat is all of the leafy greens we have, all of the tomatoes aside from those four there, and eggplant, and I think there's a free pepper in here too. So if I can go through here and show, we put these today, let's see, today is Thursday, and we put these in here on Saturday, so it's not even been 7 days, and this is the germination we've had in that like 5-day period, which is fantastic. Obviously leafy greens are going to germinate the quickest, which is why you see hardly any eggplant, but you see all of these greens up. They will germinate quickly. So that's why they're here. So let's kind of go through here. These 4 cells here are Mizuna. So that is an Asian mustard green, I believe. 3 seeds per pod, and almost every seed germinated. So these will need thinned out. They're very pretty. Sometimes it's hard to see when they're right under the grow light. It kind of whites them out, but very pretty. The next 4 here, those are tatsoi, which is Asian spinach, and those in the catalog look beautiful and delicious. So those are doing well. And then the 4 back here, I have a cheat sheet over here because I have so many in here I forget. 13. These are my endive. So these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are endive. So we've got tatsoi, Mizuna, and endive. I don't know if it's these whole 4 or just the 2. All 4 of these cells here are little gem lettuce. So 2 of them are up. I could move the soil around to see if these have germinated. Some of the soil, I mean, the mix I use technically, by definition, does not say seedling mix. It's cocoa coir and I think it's cocoa coir compost and something else, but it does kind of have larger chunks of things. Like if you look, you can kind of see a few you know, big pieces. So sometimes, you know, like in this case, all 4 of these cells are the same lettuce, just some of the cells might have more, you know, in the depth that I planted the seed, it might be a little deeper. So I guess we could move a little bit to see if there's anything under there, but I'm a sissy and I'm not going to do that. So all 4 of these are little gem, and these 4 here are May Queen, and there's one of them there. So see, some things just take longer than others. And then back to the Mizuna, so we'll scooch over a bit. All 4 of these are Swiss chard. Those are rainbow Swiss chard. If you think they're pretty now, just wait. And then after that, let's see. My Swiss chard is 9, so my 8, oh, now we're into the tomatoes. So Swiss chard, here we go. Swiss chard, these 2 cells where it looks like there's nothing, but if you look, there's always something. You can see it there. Those are Galaxy tomato, which basically kind of have markings on them that make them look like stars and a galaxy. These 2 here, 7. These are my German pinks. So 2 of those are up. Sorry, I'm all out of sorts. Here we go. German pink. So 2 of the German pinks are up, but the other cell is empty. And then back there, those are the black tomatoes I've got. I got those for free from Baker Creek. Those are up. So only 1 German pink, tiny little galaxy, and nothing back there. And as we move over just a smidge, these 2 here, so Swiss chard next to those, these 2 are Sweetie cherry tomato, and they germinated great, so I'll have to thin those out. I kind of went through and roughed up a few cells just so I could identify. So like if we look here, this cell has nothing, this cell has nothing, and that cell has nothing. So out of the whole flat, only the 1, 2, 3 cells are empty. And it's just because I wanted to, you know, keep everything kind of blocked together that I was planting, and some things I only put seeds in 3 of the cells. So of those there, let's see, the 4s. So here we are, these 3, let's see. The 3 here, there's nothing in there. 1, 2, 3, those are free lipstick peppers from Baker Creek. And let's see, I don't see anything. Oh, yep, there we do. Let me see. I have trouble trying to find which cell I'm talking about. So there's those. Where am I at? Sorry, I got so turned around and confused. I forgot which side of my freaking phone the camera was on. There's some right there. Yep. So they are. There's some lipstick pepper there. They are definitely coming up. Put 4 cells of those. So they're coming up there. Like I said, this one's empty. So these 3, actually, sorry, not 4. These 3 are lipstick pepper, and we do have some coming up. Back here, and then this one is empty as well. So these 3 here, I think they're an eggplant. Yeah, I can't really pronounce it. Gandia, they are the eggplant that are like light purple and white, very pretty. The 6 here, those are actually fairy tale eggplant. And there you can see they're kind of coming up, especially right there. I read a lot about eggplant. Apparently they're a huge pain in the ASS to germinate. So I'm very excited. I moved the soil around in some of these earlier, and you do see it coming up. And then back here in these 3 are the Black Beauty eggplant. And all of these plants I'm naming, if you do want to see a glimpse of what they'll look like, I did a video probably 2 or 3 videos ago. I think I only have like 5 total. But I have a video on what we're going to grow this year, and I show packets, and all the Baker Creek stuff has pictures. I think the only ones that don't have pictures are the ones, the dragon toe peppers, and a couple of the direct sow items from Johnny's. They did, because Johnny's seed packets don't have artwork or pictures on them. But other than that, if you want to see anything I've named here, if you want to see what the packet looks like, what it's going to look like when it's fully mature, you can check out that video. But so same thing with these. I do 8 hours off light, 16 on, except these are down here on this level. The light is a lot closer. So if I can show you at the risk of dropping the whole flat. So once the seedlings are down here, you can kind of see the difference. Like the light is, I'm actually going to say probably 4 inches from the seedlings. And up here it's higher because obviously the plants are bigger. And then I took it off to show you guys, but these are actually under a humidity dome because we're still trying to germinate. And then every now and then these thingies bend. But yeah, so that's how it's going. It's going really well. We only have one more flat to plant, set 3, and that just contains our squash, like our zucchini, our summer squash. We have a butternut squash, but it's direct sow. So, I mean, April will be a really exciting time for us because we will finish our garden beds. We're building one more. That'll be the biggest one we have. So then we'll have 4 garden beds in the back. And then we have a garden at my in-laws too, where we'll put some items. So yeah, so we should start picking up, if you want to follow us day to day, if you look in the description of this video, I'll put our Instagram, and I put stories on there a lot about what we're doing. I don't post videos on YouTube very often because it takes forever to edit them, but yeah, if you're super interested, follow us, like the video for me, and make sure you check out our Instagram and keep up with what we're doing in April. It's very exciting. See you guys.